It was an ordinary evening when I first stumbled upon the hidden link. I was at home, relaxing after a long day of work, scrolling through the internet as usual. Then something caught my eye, an anonymous message in my inbox. Just one line, "You're next." At first I thought it was a joke, maybe a spam message or some kind of prank. But curiosity got the best of me. I clicked the link. It opened to a simple but eerie website. The background was black, and the text was in glaring white. "Welcome to the dark web," it read in bold letters. I'd heard of the dark web before, but I had never ventured there myself. At first, everything seemed harmless. There were some generic messages asking for my age and some basic personal info. The text seemed normal, but I felt a slight unease. Still, I felt safe, thinking it was just a harmless survey or a test. I closed the site, but then the shock hit. Just as I shut my mouth, it was from an unknown number. I tried to brush it off, thinking maybe it was just another scam, but then I started thinking, how did this person know what I'd just done? How did they know I clicked on that link? I opened my laptop again and went back to the site. It was exactly how I left it, but this time things were different. The texts I saw on the site were no longer generic. There were personal details about me, my Facebook posts, a comment I made on an old photo, even my location data from a recent check-in. How did they get this information? I tried to close the page, but it wouldn't close. A pop-up appeared, asking me to enter my password. I wanted to shut down my laptop, but the screen froze. Panic started to set in. The anonymous text popped up again. This time, it was a detailed threat. "If you don't do what we say, it won't just be messages anymore. You're not safe." I realized then that I'd gotten myself kept appearing, and the page I was on kept opening again, no matter what I did. I tried calling the police, but every time I dialed the number, the call would cut off. Fear crept over me. What had I done? I glanced at the clock. It was late, nearly midnight. I didn't know how long I had been sitting there, but I felt a strange chill in the air. The texts on my phone, the sight on the screen, the feeling of being watched. It was all getting to me. I tried shutting down the laptop again, but the page was still there, refusing to close. The message appeared once more. "You've broken the rules." I froze. I couldn't explain it, but it felt like the person on the other side of the screen knew everything. They knew my fears, my habits, and they were using that against me. I had unknowingly entered a world far darker than I could ever imagine. I grabbed my phone, desperate to call a friend for help, but the number wouldn't go through. My message asking for help wouldn't say. The screen flickered again, and another message popped up. "You can't escape." I didn't know what to do anymore. I felt cornered, stuck in this web of fear and paranoia. I pulled the plug on the laptop, physically unplugging it from the wall and throwing it into the closet. But even then, I knew this wasn't over. The dark web wasn't just some place on the internet anymore. It had become part of my reality, and I had no idea how far it would go. The last text I received said, "We know where you are." I shut off my phone, but the fear lingered. I couldn't shake the feeling that the nightmare wasn't over, and I was only at the beginning of it.